time it is. It's Sunday. It's 2 o'clock. It's time for High Off the Glass. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how we do it. We at 3119 Hampton Ave, St. Louis Mo, Southside. This is a amazing Sunday. This is Super Bowl Sunday along with the NBA. It's freaking bonkers right now, y'all. How's everybody doing out there? Yo, I am here. Oh, the great in the building. I am joined by three amazing guests today. I have Mr. Rob is back from last week. My man really loved it that much. He decided to come back again. We appreciate you being a part, Rob. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
Oh, bro, I am happy to be here. And then we got to give it up for you. Everybody's excited in the studio, you know what I'm saying? So we got to give it up for you. Everybody's excited. We also have two other amazing guests. We have Palmer Alexander. You may know this brother from covering St. Louis Blues, St. Louis Battlehawks, and a plethora of St. Louis sports for the last 25, 30 years. Everybody give it up for Palmer Alexander, y'all. Give it up for him.
What up? What up, y'all? What up?
What up, Palmer? Oh, yeah, in the zone, he is Battlehawk proud, and we got one of my favorite people in the world, you know what I'm saying, along with you brothers, Mr. Josh Price in the building from That's Football. Got to give it up for him. This cat knows sports in and freaking out. So, you know what I'm saying? What up, One Eye? How you living, bro? I see you tonight at the spot. What's the name? We are here to talk NBA NBA trade line because it's fucking bonkers right now. What is it, Josh? Do you have the list? Look at my man rocking his little That's Football hoodie too. Rep your shit, right?
I'm a company man. I'm a company man.
I rep your stuff. I love it.
Company man. You know.
I love it.
Look, wherever I go, the network, That's Football, Price Check It All, come with me, man.
That's right.
Package deal, baby.
And I see it.
Look, and Paul, look, he got the logo up there.
Palmer got all his logos, boy. He got Battlehawks. He got In the Zone, the amazing award-winning podcast. He got everything.
Put it this way. Oh, just because you watching ESPN don't mean that logo ain't up in the corner, man.
Talk about it, bro.
Talk
about it. Talk about it.
You got it.
You gotta have it, yo.
Yeah, so look, so give me a second to go into another screen real quick.
Do your thing.
Yeah, we got those trades listed out here, man. So
all right. Do your thing while you look those up.
With.
While you look those up, I'm gonna give the number real quick: 515-599-1687. 515-599-1687. 515-599-1687. If you'd like to call, if you all got any questions about Super Bowl, if you got any questions about this NBA trade deadline, which was bonkers, you know, we're gonna jump into it. Since I got Rob in the building, Josh, you get that list ready. Yep. I want to go to Rob first, and I want to go to Palmer, and I want to go to you, Josh, since you have the list. What did you take away, Mr. Rob, from this bonkers trade deadline, bro? What did you gather from it?
Well, Brooklyn, man. I'm soured on Brooklyn, man. Like, what has happened to Brooklyn?
Why?
Well, because
Brooklyn got their organization back.
I'm saying, man. I'm saying it's been 4 years, man. Like they invested everything in these dudes, man, and they got nothing out of it. They got one playoff win. It's freaking ridiculous, man. We're talking 3 of the top 10 players in the league. It's embarrassing, man. The whining, the bitching, it's embarrassing, man. I'm soured on the whole organization. It's ridiculous, man.
I get it. But okay, so that's your major takeaway. Palmer, what is your major takeaway from trade deadline that just went down, which was freaking bonkers?
Well, I think the domino effect with Kyrie Irving getting moved to Dallas. I mean, I think nobody saw Dallas being maybe a landing spot for Kyrie. I mean, but when it happened, I mean, my goodness, it made a whole lot of other teams get busy in the Western Conference. And, you know, a frenzy of moves were made. I know a lot of people, you know, outside Josh that love the Lakers. And I had to keep reminding the Lakers made moves to make moves, but those Vanderbilt probably one of the best players, I think, in that trade that they got from Utah. But I don't think none of those players are, you know, necessarily, you know, get them over the top, you know. So, but I think Phoenix upgraded with that trade with Durant. But listen, they still got to play defense, okay? and which is not a strong suit of Devin Booker. Kevin Durant is 34 years old. Chris Paul, as much as I love him, he is very long in the tooth, like a saber tooth. So
Talk about it.
The West is wide open. The West is definitely wide open, man.
Wide open.
And listen, I just can't wait to see how it plays out. I heard a rumor that Russell may wind up with the Clippers reuniting with Paul George. Would love to see that happening. But again, they just don't have enough guys that could defend on the interior. So I don't give them much of a chance. I think this might be Denver's year if they can manage to stay healthy.
Oh, I seriously doubt that, but I hear what you're saying. All right, Josh, what you got, Josh? What was your biggest takeaway from this?
It's a kind of a combination of Rob and Palmer in the sense that there were a lot of moves made in the Western Conference, but I still don't think there's anybody that separates themselves.
Right.
Right. You got Phoenix where they make this big splash with the Kevin Durant trade, but to Palmer's point, you're bringing in a 34, soon-to-be 35-year-old Kevin Durant. You have a 37-year-old, soon-to-be 38-year-old Chris Paul, who's already dealt with injuries this year.
Always.
Devin Booker is just now getting back from a pretty significant groin injury. And we still don't know if DeAndre Ayton want to be there.
Right.
So,
right.
Not to mention, you gave up your best perimeter defender in that trade in Mikal Bridges. Mm-hmm. You gave away your knockdown shooter in Cam Johnson.
Ooh, that was huge.
You also gave away, obviously, you gave away Jay Crowder, who wasn't playing for you. And you gave away all of your picks. And you might not have guaranteed yourself a championship. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy to think about it that way when you have Kevin Durant involved in the trade. But it's going to still take a lot to break their way in order for that to result in a championship for them. So I think a lot was made, a lot of moves, a lot of shockwaves were made. Of course, we mentioned the Lakers getting Russell Westbrook out of there. I got some mixed feelings on that one. Obviously, you needed to get Russell Westbrook off the roster. But at the same time, you still probably didn't make a trade that's going to significantly improve your chances.
Right.
You still got the same daunting task of getting in front of 4, 5, 6 teams to get out of that play-in mix.
Right.
So it's a lot that's still got to play out in the Western Conference. I think teams got better, but I don't know that anybody made themselves drastically better than Denver, who's at the top of the pack right now.
Right, dude. I 1,000% agree. With me, I think the winner of the trade deadline was Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn was the winner, and y'all named it for me. They look what they got from Dallas. We talked about it last week on the show, which was breaking news. Dory Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie. He gets to go back, plus a bunch of Dallas's picks. Also, too, they got a haul from from Phoenix. You got Jay Crowder, who was so ready to leave. You got Cam Johnson, who was cold-blooded, brother can shoot. UNC in the house. You got Mikal Bridges, who is a swing, who can guard damn near anybody and can score. These cats got rid of two. I don't want to say, I'm not going to call KD a cancer. You got rid of one cancer and one other dude that's broke down who's not the same that he used to be for four people who are young and really want to play. Like, Brooklyn is a huge winner to me in this. I mean, it's hands down. I don't think nobody really, you know what I'm saying?
My only disagreement with that is I can't say that you won when you still got Ben Simmons on your roster and we don't know if you want to play basketball.
That's true. Here's the thing. Ben Simmons ain't that good. We know that. Ben Simmons he's not what he was in Philly. And when he was in Philly, he wasn't that good because all he could do was defend and go to the cup. That's it. But I don't care about you having Ben Simmons on your roster. You have 4 legitimate, you know what I'm saying, or besides Jay Crowder, legitimate contending all-stars. You have cats that can be all-stars on your team.
And they don't even have Crowder anymore because Crowder is now with Milwaukee.
Oh, Crowder got a buyout. They
rerouted him. So they
didn't want to do
it. How it ended up shaking out, basically, they turned their deal into adding Milwaukee and Indiana to where Crowder got to go to Milwaukee. You had George Hill, Serge Ibaka go to Indiana, which Serge Ibaka's probably going to get bought out. I imagine George Hill's going to stay there.
Right. So you got Serge Ibaka and George Hill go to Indy, and they also get Jay Crowder as well.
Jay Crowder
Crowder
goes
going
to
to
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Jay Crowder going to more. Okay. Yeah, Serge can't give you too much of nothing no more. He's definitely at the end.
You said Brooklyn won. This is my take on it.
Go ahead, bro. Talk about
Before Brooklyn got Durant and KD, they had a young, strong nucleus and a playoff type of team. And then they regressed with these dudes, right? Then
and a good coach with Kenny Atkinson.
Here come our big three. We finna get a championship. They were the favorites.
Yep.
And then that mess kind of evolved so ridiculously, right? He didn't want to. Harden didn't want to be here, and
Harden knew what time it was. He got out of there quick.
And he said that on the interview the other day. He said it was unfolding as we fit. Y'all didn't see it behind the scenes. This thing was not coming together for whatever reason.
Right.
You gave these players too much control. Now, I'm all for player empowerment, but they got too much control of that organization for what the organization got one playoff win out of the dudes. Now, Ben Simmons is a head case, bless his heart. Call it mental health, call it whatever. Call it the Kardashian curse. The man's got an issue over there, man. The man's got an issue over there, man. Oh, man.
For real.
The man is a shell of his former self. Bless his heart.
You might be on to something with that one, Rob. You might be on to something with that one.
For real, bro.
Devin Booker dated the same Kardashian.
Devin Booker, yeah.
The same one dated Ben Simmons. I'm just saying,
And it's kind of
man.
funny. And Devin Booker, and take it back to Phoenix real quick, Devin Booker ain't healthy. Like, Devin Booker has had, as young as he is, why is he having all these health issues that he's having? Like, to me, I don't think he should be having all these health issues. You having just as much health issues as somebody that's damn near double your age and damn Chris Paul and KD. Now, they're not double his age. I'm just playing. But why it wasn't the Kardashian curse that got the book? Like, why aren't you healthy like you were prior to dating that woman? And or how healthy is Phoenix going to be? Because to me, look, everybody, Palmer talked about it. Everybody can get all excited about Phoenix getting KD. Does that make them a contender? I think hell no, because number one, like y'all said, the West is wide open. Also, too, this is a broke down KD. My barber said it yesterday when I was at his shop. He said this is a broke down KD, and nobody has put no two words together. Broke down and KD in the same sentence. It's the same thing.
So I got a question. So if Phoenix does not win a championship, is that a failure?
God, yes. Because look what you gave up. You gave up. We named everything you gave up, and all those picks, y'all. You know, those picks are ridiculous.
So what time frame? We talking this year? We talking next year?
This year. They went all in this year. Go ahead, Palmer.
No, and I was going to say Phoenix trading Mikal Bridges. There's no way I'm trading him.
Right.
There's no way I'm trading this guy.
I'm keeping that.
You know what I'm saying? He is this guy is an asset, and they really crippled themselves of being able to have any type of substantial run when you trade him. DeAndre Ayton, you can't trust this guy.
Can't.
Me and Josh, we've done we do our fair share of NBA hits, on the End Zone Network, and we talk about DeAndre Ayton, and we thought he was going to be that next guy to turn the corner like Bam Adebayo when Bam Adebayo started going off in the bubble and whatnot, and we thought DeAndre Ayton would be that next guy to to kind of to keep up, but he's not. He's extremely moody. You can't trust him. You can't count on him. So, I'm not buying that hoop live. They can't play no defense. They can't stay healthy. And Devin Booker also has developed a reputation as a fake tough guy like a lot of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, wow. That's a whole nother one. And it's a big game. It's a good game going on right now.
Dallas last night? Dallas against Sacramento?
Oh, shit.
Saying, man.
Oh, look who is in the field. Hold up. This is different. We have a guest. Sit your ass down. I cannot believe this. Coach Hill is in the fucking building. Coach Hill, Mr. Rob Coach Hill. Coach Hill is in the building. Unexpected guest, y'all. Wow. No, I'll never leave you hanging. You Lord knows you ain't tell me you was coming, but we happy to see you. This is totally different. And I got to push back. Wow. This is big right here, y'all. Coach Hill is like one of the founding members of High Off the Glass. So for him to be here with his work schedule, this is amazing. Thank you, Coach Hill, for coming through. Yo, please just turn on his mic. What's up, Journey is awake. What's up, Journey? That's the owner's daughter, 2-year-old, super cute. I got to say this real quick, y'all, and I got to push back on you, Palmer. I don't think it's DeAndre. I don't think Ayton is the problem. I think the problem might be the Phoenix freaking Suns. Maybe it'll get changed now with that new owner. But when you had Sarver go up to your star center and say, what was it, before last season, I don't think you're worth a max contract. What do you think that's going to do to that player? Then also, too, he's headbutting with Monty Williams, who we know is a good guy throughout the league, but you're having issues with him. How you think that's going to deal with him? I think if he would have went to Indy, you know what I'm saying, like what was about to happen, he would flourish. Now, they kept him in Phoenix. You know, they had to match that offer sheet that Indy signed, so they didn't want to lose him, so they obviously know how good he is. I don't think DeAndre is a problem. I think DeAndre may have some self-doubt and may not be the most confident player in the world, but I don't look at him as being a problem. I look at the rest of the Phoenix. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's frustrated, and his play is a byproduct of that. Him not being to go out, that affects him mentally, and therefore, look how he played in the finals.
Right.
He got owned by the freak. But he got owned by the freak. He got
Giannis
by
though.
The freak.
That's Giannis though, bro.
but again, some guys take that baptism of fire, and they're going to come back the next year ready to rumble.
True.
Again, listen, we both come from the old school. If somebody cooked you, you put that work in, you get ready to burn their ass the next summer. I'm gonna cook you the next year. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna get that bag. If the thing with the Pacers didn't fall through at Ayton, you want Ayton to suck it up, be a pro, ball out, and you can get what you want. Instead, he want to go against the front office and Monty Williams. And again, we're having a conversation why we can't trust him, because the talent is there. There's no doubt, but it's like he allowed some of those other things to get in the way. And impede, you know what I'm saying, to his greatness. You know what I'm saying? Because he should be one of the top young guys in the league, but he's not. We're talking about why we can't trust the Suns to get to the finals, because he's a cornerstone piece, but he's not.
True, but he ain't the main reason why they tripping. But I gotta ask Coach, before we get to you, Josh, real quick with your point, Coach Hill, you in the building. What was your biggest takeaway from the NBA trade deadline? Because the shit is bonkers right now.
Well, before we get into that, good afternoon, everybody. But I would love to speak on what y'all was just talking about, because DeAndre Ayton, if you really look at him and his skill set, what he's already accomplished, and just looking at his skill set, he's not going to be one of those kind of guys that are going to get MB type numbers. That's not his game.
You don't think so?
It's evident.
Right.
It's been evident.
Right.
He's going to be more closer to Dwight Howard offensively.
That's a good point.
Where
I can see that.
You can't bank on anything with Ayton from basically 17 to 23 points at the most.
I think he has a better skill set than D. Howard, though, to be honest with you.
Dwight Howard got 18 a game.
But D. Howard couldn't do shit outside the paint.
What I'm saying is, don't look for Ayton to get anywhere over 22 to 23 points. I mean, now you're talking about elite score status. That's not him.
Wow.
Nowhere near his game.
Wow.
Now, Embiid, you can expect things like that.
Yeah.
Joker, you can expect things like that. But Ayton, no way possible. He's not an offensive player like that.
I think if he had a good support system around him,
it wouldn't matter what support system was around him. He's never going to score more than 24 games.
His number's going to be worse now with KD, right? Like this touch is going to be less now.
Oh, that's a good call.
Productivity was, it's going to be less now.
That's a good call.
His productivity is going to be about the same. How many points a game y'all think he's getting?
But what he's saying to Rob's point is,
I know what you're saying. But what I'm saying is this: if he's getting like 16 now or 17, it ain't finna be much more, even with KD there.
I think he could be a 20 to 25 point scorer a game. I like Ayton, even though he got shoulders like a little boy. Other than that,
25 points a game.
Like I said, I like his game. I like DeAndre Ayton.
That's what I'm saying. Remember, anything over 23 points a game, you're an elite scorer in the league.
Right.
He's not that.
Yeah.
There's nothing in his game that says, "Hey, you can expect me to do that."
Right. I feel what you're saying.
He's not automatic like from 15 to 18 feet.
No, God no. But he has a little jumper.
Even in the post, he's not. If he get the ball in the post, you don't feel like, oh, he about to operate.
Right.
That's an 18 to 20 point a game score.
I think he can. So what you got, Josh? What you got?
Let's peel the onion all the way back real quick, right?
Peel it. Peel that mug.
To Coach Hill's point, because Coach Hill is right. We can't really expect Ayton to be a completely dominant center in the way of like Embiid, Jokic, or if you want to go
I
back
don't
to some of those
expect
old
that.
centers draft.
Yeah.
So the problem with all of that is, though, they drafted him first overall with the expectation that he can do that type of thing. He can't.
Right.
Which, if we peeling the onion back, the whole mistake to all of this is them taking Aiden over Luka in the first damn play. if we really gonna get into it, right?
Yeah.
They took Aiden. They took Aiden. Aiden is in the same draft. Aiden, Marvin Bagley, Jaren Jackson, Trae Young, Luka Doncic.
Okay.
Dallas gets a gift dropped in their lap. Luka goes to Dallas. Aiden lands in Phoenix, which then leads them to they didn't overpay to get Chris Paul. They paid what was fair price at the time to get Chris Paul.
Right.
You get a 35, 36-year-old point guard. They had an opportunity in the following draft to draft Tyrese Halliburton, who was dropping much lower than what he was planning to get drafted.
Right.
They pass up on him.
Right.
And now you have a problem because you have an old point guard. Whereas if you had Luka or if you had Tyrese Halliburton, you would have your Chris Paul insurance already.
Why would they draft Tyrese though, bro, when you already had Book?
Because at
Book
the
is
end
not
of
a
the
point
day,
guard.
Book is a great scorer.
I thought Tyrese is
Tyrese Halliburton.
Book is not at his best when he has to set up other people.
right.
When
right.
Book can just be,
Book
I
is
might
a two.
get you
Book is a
3,
two.
4, and 5 assists a game.
Yeah.
But when it's like, okay, I got to put the team on my back in a way of like a LeBron or a Luka or like a Giannis where I have to set people up and I got to go get my own shot.
Right.
Now you asking a lot of him.
Right.
Whereas it would make his life much easier if he had a pure point guard, which like Halliburton, he's not a shoot first point guard. He's looking to get other people involved.
I feel you.
Same way Chris Paul is. I just think they've had chances to go younger at that position, and now they overpaying to have to maximize that Chris Paul window, which they still might not get a championship out.
Okay, now here's my thing. Pull up that list that you got because I wanna like go over almost every trade. I think didn't Peyton Pritchard get traded from Boston?
He just hit a couple of threes.
No, so
he did good.
He actually they had him in a rumored deal. Gosh, what team was that they were? I'm blanking on the player they were trying to trade. It was Pirtle. They were trying to get Pirtle from the Spurs, the center. He ended up getting traded to Toronto. They had a deal in place to trade Pritchard and Gallinari's contract because, of course, Gallinari's not playing.
Please.
San Antonio turned down the deal for a trade from the Raptors. Kim Birch and I believe a future first-round pick that turns into 2 second-round picks if it doesn't go to the end of 2024.
Who did?
The Raptors drafted Pirtle.
The Raptors traded to get him back.
Wait, are you one of these people that's falling for this Phoenix trash as well? Thinking that they get like a finals contender or something?
Thank you. Talk about it.
Because I don't understand where all this hyperball is coming from. Now I do like the signing of.
Because they got KD.
I do like the signing up. They got who's that? Will Barton? No, I'm sorry, they got Terrence Ross. But
Terrence Ross. Yeah.
But
Terrence Ross.
As far as like thinking,
that's a come up.
Just automatically thinking Phoenix is a finals contender. I don't know what people just fall for. It's the same trash that went on in Brooklyn. I mean, you got to look at it like this: their core players out of those top 4, 3 of them stay hurt. Booker's hurt. KD stays hurt, and we know Chris Paul may get hurt.
Right.
So it's like
we talked about it.
Where's all this finals energy coming from?
We talked about it. It ain't that big a deal.
They got a nice little squad.
Not to cut you off either, Coach, but just a fun fact on KD. Since he tore that Achilles in 2019, my man has not played 60 games in a season yet.
Not at all.
Exactly. That's super fast.
So I'm just saying, you gave up 4 first-round picks and 2 really, really good rotation guys for a 35-year-old that has demonstrated he's not going to stay healthy.
They don't have a defensive stopper.
Right. They really don't. Okay.
They have no defensive stopper on the perimeter.
Give me some big time trades that happened from that list. That we haven't mentioned already.
One trade that we haven't discussed that's kind of getting its rounds now because it's got some controversy around it. Gary Payton II going back to Golden State.
Right.
Not a whole lot of big name players involved, but that did have the Warriors finally admitting defeat on James Wiseman.
Hey, Josh, I thought he failed the physical.
Portland was forcing him to play.
Hold on, go back. He said something funny. We missed it.
Sorry.
What'd you say? No, y'all good. What'd he say?
I just said Golden State finally had to admit defeat on James Wiseman. They ended up sending him to Detroit.
Yep.
Sadiq Bey goes from Detroit to Atlanta. I believe Kevin Knox goes to the Warriors in that deal. Also, Gary Payton II goes back from Portland to.
Josh, hold on. We got a question. We got a question from Mr. Rob
because Gary Payton II is not. He failed the physical.
So what's happening is the physical came back bad. Apparently, there's some question about whether or not Portland was kind of essentially lying about where he was health-wise in order to get him.
They were shooting him up with Toradol.
Word?
Yeah, he just came out.
Yeah, so they were saying that
they was forcing him to play.
Toradol shots so that he'll be able to play.
Jesus.
Portland has denied it or whatever. Golden State basically told the league, like, hey, we still want the deal to go through, but we also still want some type of punishment for Portland.
Heck yeah.
So as of right now, the deal is still going to happen, but there still could be some forfeiting of like picks and things down the line for Portland.
Wow. Right.
Reason why I want to talk about this though, I feel like the Warriors, this might be them punting on the season without us really knowing.
Oh yeah, easily.
Because I think if you are a team like the Warriors, where of course Steph is already hurt, but you feel like you still have a championship window this year, I think you try to do a little bit more at the deadline than just get Gary Payton II back.
Right. You actually make. I don't mean to cut you off, Josh, but what you would do is if you thought that you could do something this year, which you know you can't, you would actually bring someone in that would help not galvanize, just rejuvenate you all. Watching them last night against your team. I mean, your team, who y'all a little bit better from the little acquisitions that y'all made. I don't know if D'Angelo Russell Westbrook. I don't know how much better you are.
But it's an upgrade.
But you got younger. You definitely got younger. But to watch how Golden State could not put the ball in the basket, like it's hard to watch.
Did Wiggins play last night?
Yes, he did, and did nothing but grab a crucial board. He grabbed a crucial board late in the game, which gave them an extra possession that they did not score off of. Like I'm just shocked right now. It's just sad. It's sad.
And sometimes too, man. That just be the way the ball bounces. They have been dealing with injuries. They've had the Jordan Poole, Draymond Green incident. I mean, this team has just been marred ever since the season began.
Whoa.
And it was kind of thought that maybe that during the stretch run that Steve Kerr was going to go with a more consistent lineup, using removing Jordan Poole and using, the lineup that won the finals. But I think this may not be their year. Just like Josh said, with them cutting bait on James Wiseman, that just lets you know that he really didn't fit into their plans because he was a real big, and they're not a big team, but they cut a big. So they let you know that he really didn't fit in what they wanted. And think about it, how bad they must want Gary Payton Jr.
Yeah.
Even with the injury, that just tell you something. And also overall too, with these trades, look at how many guys going back to places where they started. Nobody's mentioned Eric Gordon going back to the Clippers where he started.
Right.
He didn't start in the Clippers though.
I thought he got drafted by them.
Got drafted by the Clippers.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Well,
I want to go back to something that you were just saying though, because I could have swore you just said Golden State was dealing with injuries and dealing with a scandal. That sure sound like the Boston Celtics. Dealing with injuries and dealing with a scandal. But we got
it ain't stop us.
First game.
It ain't stop us.
What's the difference? I don't understand.
Talk about, and you just won the chip. Talk about it, bro.
How is it different? It seems like Joe Mazzulla may be a better coach than Steve Kerr.
Oh, shit. Hot take. Goddamn.
I'm just saying.
Hot real take. What are your thoughts, Rob? What are your thoughts?
I like Golden State because they kept their core nucleus together. Now, as far as winning another championship, it's going to be tough. When they picked Wiseman, I said, wow, that's a great pick for them. He's a great center, good footwork, soft touch in the middle.
Right.
And then it didn't really pan out.
Right.
Sent him back to the G League. They sent him back.
Right.
Steph, Clay, and Poole got to be 100%.
Wow.
They got to be 100%.
Notice how they say
going
Dre.
into the playoffs. Draymond. I mean, the man doesn't shoot the three ball well. I mean, bless his heart.
He don't shoot nothing well.
It's like he shoots worse. It's like he's shooting worse than he's ever shot before.
You ain't lying.
Because them first championships, Draymond knocked a few down from the top of the key.
He hit a big three last night against them Fakers. I kind of thought.
I see him out there now, and I think, no, Draymond, don't take that shot, man. Please don't take that shot, man.
I've seen him make clutch shots this year. I mean, as far as Golden State is concerned,
The window is closing.
If I'm them, I wouldn't have made too many moves either.
Closing.
Just knowing that, long as they healthy, it don't matter where they're seated. Because I always look at it like this: unless it's a team that's already won a championship, if I'm Golden State, I'm not really worried about them or concerned with them because they haven't went through the battle of knowing what it's like to win a championship.
Right.
So it's like in the West, outside of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, who ain't nobody won nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kawhi, but other than that, nobody else has won anything. So who's to fear?
Yeah, no,
for
what?
what?
That's why the West is wide open.
Even with Kawhi, it's like what did my man Jay-Z say before? We don't believe you. You need more people. That's how we feel about. That's how we feel about Kawhi and the Clippers.
For real, that's the truth. All right, so let's do our transit before we go into Super Bowl Sunday, which is today. Any other closing thoughts on NBA trade deadline season so far?
Well, I'll tell you what, in my opinion, I think this is one of the greatest trade deadlines in recent memory. I know this is definitely going to top the Danny Manning and Dominique Wilkins trade in '94.
What's his squad? What's his squad?
God damn, he went far back. He said Danny Manning, Dominique.
What's his squad? What's your squad?
You say what?
What's your squad?
Well, I picked Golden State to win.
What's
Who's
your
team?
squad?
Who's your team?
What is your team?
Oh no, I don't have no team no more. I was on the Clipper bandwagon for 20 years, but I couldn't do that shit no more, man. No more Doc Rivers.
You ain't got no team. You ain't got no NBA team.
Don't. Hey, I'm an NBA free agent, man. So
you might as well go with the most winningest organization in NBA history.
You might as well. You might go with Boston.
Yeah. Because let me tell you something. Any team that Doc Rivers coach, he's gonna break your heart, man. Right, Jock?
That's kind of true. That's kind of true.
Doc Rivers coach, he gonna break your damn heart.
Except Boston in
2008.
3-1 leads to be blown.
And he should have had at least 2 rings in Boston.
He should have.
Yeah,
look, if KG,
he got one,
he got one. And look, KG don't get hurt in 09, we get them too. So my man over drinking some sake and shit. I don't know what.
First coach to get Gatorade dumped on him.
Apparently, if I was to pick a squad, that'd be the Bucks, man. I love the Freak. I've been with the Freak ever since he came into the league.
He's in the wrong conference, though.
Yeah, he's cold blooded. All right,
he's in the wrong conference to even get anything accomplished.
We're gonna jump right back into it right now. What is it? Super Bowl freaking Sunday. That's right. Oh. It's Dallas. Somebody at this table wish it was Dallas in that motherfucker.
Did you just get out the time machine? Did you pull an Austin Powers?
I did.
Is it 1992 where you just?
I think it was a Freudian slip there, Josh, because I got Coach Hill. Coach Hill is a huge Cowgirl fan and has been dodging this smoke all season.
Let's go Dallas.
Coach Hill, I do have to.
Whoa, Rob, you too?
Me too. What?
You a Cowgirl fan?
Oh, not at all.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
They got enough fans out there.
Okay,
they got enough fans out there. They don't need no more fans.
Our family is extensive.
They got enough fans out there, man.
Now, what was you saying? What was you saying, Josh?
No, I just said, I don't mean to pile on your team too much. I know this is a sensitive topic usually every January to February. It gets, I'm just saying, man. I don't look.
Did you look at? All I got to say is this. Do you know who Booker T is?
The wrestler?
Booker T. Washington.
You know what this means, right?
The wrestler.
You know what this means when Booker T says that 5 times. 5
this
times.
Dude just put out a wrestling reference,
5
y'all.
times.
A wrestler.
5 times. That's all
Kevin
it is.
McHale.
They know because when you say that, they know what it means.
Kevin McHale, Larry Bird are not walking through the door.
Talk about it, bro.
They not walking through the door.
Roger Staubach.
Now we want to talk.
Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman
That's
are walking
over.
through that door.
That's a wrap. It's over, man.
Alvin
What's
Harper.
your squad?
The Lions.
The Lions.
The Lions.
Whoa,
Yes, sir.
brave as shit.
Yes, sir.
This is what I be talking about.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad we on this subject now.
Wow.
This is what the hell I be talking about.
Wow. That's
Hold on,
old.
man. Hold
Barry
up.
Sanders
That's old as hell.
Barry Sanders hurt, man. Barry
This is what I be
Sanders
talking
hurt,
about.
man.
We love you, Barry.
How in God's name do y'all find earth? How do y'all crack jokes?
The same.
Y'all ain't never won shit.
See,
ever.
Let me make the argument here for these Dallas fans. Dallas hasn't won a Super Bowl in 30 years.
Y'all ain't been.
Let me get it out. Dallas hasn't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. Yet every year, everybody beats their chest like this is our year.
This is crazy.
And when they lose, it brings joy into my world, man. It does.
And why is that?
It does, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all why that is.
Joy.
I'm gonna tell y'all why that is. That's because the Lions have a long and extensive, long tradition of losing. Am I not right? So you have to root for the downfall or demise of others because you've been looking at such lackluster football for so long.
It's been 30 years. What are we talking about here, man?
Y'all ain't never win.
Hold on, wait a minute. It's been 30 years. So whenever somebody say something about Dallas, they say, well, 30 years ago, we won a Super Bowl.
26 years.
Well, 30 years ago, the world was different.
Wait a minute.
30 years ago.
Y'all ain't never even went to y'all never been to the Super Bowl.
You're right, sir. You're right.
That's
but
what
I'm still
saying.
a fan. But I'm still a fan.
How can y'all talk about other teams if y'all never even have done anything?
I'm not talking about other teams. I'm talking about Dallas.
That's what I'm saying.
Because the media hypes them up every year.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. No, not the media.
The media and the fan base.
It's not just the media that hypes us.
I was watching Sports Center the other day.
Our owner hypes us up, and we know we nice.
Your owners are losing.
Has anybody ever seen the movie Semi-Pro?
Yes, I have. I love it.
Jackie Moon is Jerry West.
You ain't lying.
No.
He's a great promoter. He's a
great
promoter.
Great call.
Wait a minute.
Jerry Jones is the best promoter I've ever seen in my life.
Are you telling us you'd rather have the Ford family over Jerry Jones?
In a minute.
Jerry, hold up. Jerry Jones. On the screen. Go ahead. Talk, y'all.
Real quick. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but Jerry Jones used to sell insurance in Missouri. He used to work for State Farm up in Florissant in the 70s.
I didn't know that.
I did not know that. And I hate Jerry Jones with every stretch of my being.
I don't know that one. But
so
you know,
yeah, from Jerry, like 73 to 75, he was up there like,
that's what y'all know where, we don't care about Jerry.
Nobody cares about Jerry.
We don't care about Jerry. We only care about the fucking star. We don't care about Jerry. We was loving Dallas long before Jerry, before '89. We're gonna be loving Dallas long before Jerry when Jerry gone.
I got no love for Tom Landry, man.
Yeah. Whoa, you watch your mouth when you speak about that man. And a saint of a football coach.
Butch Reed, Harvey White, none of them, man.
This sounds like an old Cardinal fan. You a Cardinal fan?
Hey, man, let's talk about relevant teams.
I couldn't stand Everson Walls. I couldn't
stand relevant.
Yeah, keep on naming them Hall of Famers. Palmer. He's an old school Cardinal fan. He got to be.
Yeah. Roy Green, baby. Roy Green, O.J. Anderson. Yeah.
People that nobody gives a shit about right now. All right, so look, Philadelphia Eagles versus Kansas City Chiefs. I just want to say on a personal note, I am sick and tired and sick of seeing red and yellow and white everywhere in this fucking city. Like, bruh, it was not like this when the Lambs was here. Well, when the Lambs was here, go ahead, Josh. What?
People like winners.
No, he said it's all Missouri.
No. That's what I hear. Now, I know people like winners, Josh. I understand that, sir.
God, I'm so sick of this
understand that, sir.
I am so sick of seeing Kansas City colors in this motherfucker.
Josh, I got a friend I'm going to go to real quick. He was a Brady fan. Now he says Brady needs to retire. He's a Mahomes fan. And that's
whoever that dude is.
Those are the talking points. The media says the same thing. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest thing we've ever seen. He's the best thing ever going. Kind of push Brady to the side, and here comes the future. And that's why
the GOAT beat him.
That's why people get behind him. They're winning. People like winners.
No,
people like winners
already.
All I'm saying from the St. Louis aspect of this, we've never rooted for anything in Kansas City.
Talk about it. Man.
We've never rooted for anything
in Kansas
City. And to take that a step further, Kansas City, they never rooted for shit from St. Louis.
They ain't gonna return that
pretty much.
Yeah.
Ever.
Facts. They ain't gonna return that letter up.
Facts.
Ever.
The red shirts out there heavy, man.
Facts.
People like winners, man.
So
make them feel good.
I saw the Blues tweet out that we rooting for you shit to the Chiefs. No.
Yeah.
No.
Talk about it.
Yeah, it's not a we thing just because it's all Missouri. No.
Right.
Not going for it.
I got it. Go ahead, Palmer. Say your thing.
Yeah, my thing too, man. Listen, I mean, I don't mess with KC. Never liked their ass. Do they have a great team? Yes, they do. But do I mess with the Chiefs? I've never fucked with the Chiefs. It's sure not starting today. And I definitely got them losing to the Eagles today, 27-16.
Okay, bet, because that's where I'm going with it. I want to jump over here. I'm going to go around the table. Mr. Rob, to you. Who do you have today and why?
Well, I got Philly.
Okay, smart man.
First of all, I think Jalen Hurts is a hell of a quarterback.
Oh, my God, he's a beast.
They got a nice defense over there. They got a good run game. I know the smart money would be on Kansas City. I know the odds. I think it's like a 4.5 points here.
Actually, I think it's only 1.5. It's 1.5 Philly.
It's
1.5.
Yeah, Philly's favored by 1.5.
Okay.
From what FanDuel told me last night.
And I'm not even a Philly fan as a team, but I like what they put together. They put a hell of a lineup together, and I'm really hoping to shut this Patrick Mahomes nonsense down. I like him too, man, but I'm not ready to crown him as the best that's ever done it.
No,
they had an argument on SportsCenter the other day.
I'll take
Joe
Burrow.
He's the best that's ever done it right now. He's the best that's ever done it.
Right.
It's too much. I can't take it.
I can't do that. He's not there yet. So
let's go Philly, man.
You have Philly.
I got Philly. I'm going 31-23.
31-23.
Yeah.
Okay. I need the score to be over 51 for my bets. I want to get into y'all bets.
Right.
Did you make some bets?
Yes, I did. We're gonna do a little.
I made some bets too.
We're gonna do a quick sports gambling segment too before this show is over. Y'all up on the screen, Palmer and Josh. If y'all made some bets, feel free to talk them in here in a little bit. Coach Hill, we go to you. Who do you have and why?
Well, as it was just stated earlier on this panel, as a staunch supporter of the Dallas Cowboys, fuck everything Philadelphia. So, listen, but you have to understand. Listen. I'm about to understand. I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
As a Cowboy fan, we don't root for any other team at all. That's
True.
We don't do that.
Yeah, y'all selfish as fuck.
Now, I do want the Eagles to lose, but I'm not rooting for anyone.
But wouldn't you want them to win because that would give your division more pride?
That's the difference between us and y'all. We have real rivalries.
Shots fired.
We have real rivalries. This is real shit. We don't fuck with them on no level. We don't want anything good to happen to them ever.
Us and y'all.
Look, Eagles, Redskins, Commanders, whatever you want to call them, Giants,
Washington football team,
Green Bay, 49ers. We got rivalries for real. We're not no punching Judy ass organization like the Bengals or somebody. People straight hate us and we hate them. Dude, this ain't a game. We hate Philadelphia. Straight up. We hate them.
So you don't root for any team in the NFC East when they there and y'all not. Okay, I feel.
We don't play that. Just like motherfuckers hate us, we hate them.
Okay.
2 weeks ago in the NFC title game, I wasn't like going for nobody. I'm just like, okay, whichever one of them win, I'm really hoping they lose in 2 weeks then. Because I need both of them to lose. I really needed the Niners to lose more so than the Eagles.
Right.
Because the Niners got 5 rings.
Yeah.
But with the Eagles, it's just like, come on, y'all are little brothers and we still want y'all to lose.
Right.
We hate them.
So it's Philly lose because I hate them. No other reason. It's
no other reason whatsoever.
Okay.
Fuck Philadelphia.
All right, to you gentlemen, to you gentlemen on the screen, Josh and Palmer, who do y'all have and why? Well, no, Palmer already said his. Josh, who do you have and why?
So I did my we gonna root for Kansas City PSA, and I'm actually gonna take Mahomes to win this.
I figured. After all that shit he just talked, y'all. I love sports.
But it has nothing to do about rooting for Kansas City. What I think we see this happen in every sport.
Right.
You have great teams that do things for, have great seasons. We saw the 73-9 Warriors go to the finals and come up short. We saw the fucking New England Patriots go 18-0.
Don't talk about that shit. Why you gotta bring that up? God damn it. Still
at the end of the day, the Eagles have had a great season. But sometimes you run up into a bad man that's just too bad for what you bring into the table. And I think Mahomes, look.
He still has a high ankle sprain.
I'm not saying he's the greatest to ever do it. But I do think if you put him in this situation against this team, he's been there. They've seen adversity, not only in the regular season, but this postseason. He's the best quarterback they've seen all year. I think Mahomes can get it done. 31-27 with a late drive.
The Eagles do got some nice D-backs, though.
They do.
Hey, listen. Real quick. Listen.
Go ahead, Palmer.
I threw the score out there, but here's the one thing that made me really go pick the Eagles outside me not really dealing with Kansas City. I acknowledge how good they are. But from a pass rushing standpoint, when you think that on any given down, when the Eagles could put a fresh Ndamukong Suh out, a fresh Robert Quinn out. Remember, they don't have to play every down, but on any given down, they can light your ass up.
Yep.
And Patrick Mahomes can be careless when you pressure this guy, and I think the Eagles, anything they do, I can see them pressuring them guy, and I will rush him, make him run towards his left. Yes, he can throw across his body, but that's really hard to do. And he's careless with the football, and he's going to throw a couple of picks. And I think that Dominican Sue, Robert Quinn may be keys to this game tonight.
Okay. I 100% agree with what you said, and thank you for giving us your reason, because you did give the score and your team. You didn't give the reason. You just did. I'm going Philly. I was really, me personally, I was on the KC. I'm not on the KC bandwagon, but I was like, look, this KC team is not kidding around all season. Like, they just ran through people when they were down, looked like they would lose. They would do that. Mahomes would do his thing, and they would come back. They won more than they won more than they lost, of course, and they won big games. And they quietly went through the season. No issues, no big injuries, no stories, just quietly won throughout the league. So I had them. But when Patrick got that high ankle sprain, why you got this man walking around in sneakers before the AFC Championship game, I don't know. Why you got him walking around in sneakers after the AFC Championship game, I don't know. To me, he should be in a fucking air cast, a boot, all the way until it's time to actually get on the field. I would do that. But with him being somewhat hurt, not somewhat, for him being hurt, that is why I'm taking Philly. Philly's defense is top 5 in the league. It's ridiculous. KC's is not. Jalen Hurts, now, his shoulder injury is legit. Like, nobody's really talking about that. I think he has a legit shoulder injury, but it still did not stop him from throwing that ball when he had to. Now, he didn't throw it as much against the Niners. He only had, I think, passing yards. He only had 154 yards. He didn't have to do 154 yards against the Giants. Giants, he didn't throw too much. San Francisco, he didn't have to do nothing because they had no quarterback, so he could do whatever he wanted. But to me, that Philly defense is too dope, and they're not getting the accolades. It's usually the team that gets all the accolades, like y'all mentioned earlier.
They are getting accolades. They number one ranked
yeah,
defense.
but they're not getting props like KC. Like the money and the attention is going to Kansas City.
Oh, without a doubt.
The money and the attention is going to Kansas City, and when that happens, the other team usually ends up winning. New York versus us. When, like Josh mentioned, when we were undefeated. Golden State when they had that almost broke the Bulls record from '96 and lost to Brown and them with Cleveland. It's usually the team that gets the most notoriety and the most money put on them. They end up blowing it, and I just got Philly. And since I'm right here with this. Who has bets on the game today? Would like to jump into our little sports gambling segment. Coach Hill and I were texting back and forth. Them last like 5 texts you sent, I did not see. So who do you have today, and who's your picks?
I just got a few prop bets. That's all.
Drop them. Drop your props.
Yeah.
Drop a prop. That's a segment right there. Drop a prop. Don't steal that name, y'all.
Look,
You gonna trademark that, man?
Anytime touchdown, Jalen Hurts. Anytime touchdown, Travis Kelce.
Okay, smart.
I got a few of them that you really got to be paying attention to. You know who Kenneth Gainwell is?
Not at all.
Yeah. Kenneth Gainwell is
play?
the starting running back for the Eagles.
Oh yeah.
Starting running back for the Eagles to have 14 plus yards rushing.
Oh, that's easy. Oh
yeah,
shit.
His line was low. I like that one too. I'm with Coach Hill on that.
Valdez Scantling to have over 29 yards receiving.
Okay. That's like their number 2 wideout, right?
That's their number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
I thought their number 1 was A.J. Brown.
This playoff
that's for the Chiefs.
Receiver, yeah.
No, A.J. Brown is for
I'm saying Valdez Scantling for the Chiefs to have over 29 yards receiving.
Okay, my fault.
I got A.J. Brown with over 59.5 yards.
Ooh, okay. That could be that's doable for him.
I got Jalen Hurts with over 44 yards rushing on one, over 55 yards rushing on another.
Okay.
10.5 points scored in the first quarter.
10.5 points scored by either team or combined?
Combined.
Oh yeah, you could get. You probably get that unless it's a defensive showdown. Okay.
I was looking at a couple of things that are, according to the odds makers, that are easily attainable.
Right. That's what you want.
Try to bunch them together.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdown passes.
2 touchdowns. So okay. All right.
Miles Sanders, 44 yards rushing. That's the one I'm really worried about.
He for KC?
Eagles.
Eagles? Okay.
What I'm banking on, though, the Eagles run the ball all day.
I clearly do not know the KC and Philly roster. These are neither one of my teams. I don't give a shit. I just got Philly winning. For real. I'm like Coach with that. All right, Mr. Rob.
Tried to stay away from Kelsey doing too much or the receivers doing too much because Philly's defensive backfield.
They are going to be locked in on Travis. I hope you get that just for you because you my fam and I want you to win, but I got a feeling they are going to key in on Travis, and he is not going to get them Gronk type fucking touchdowns and catches that he usually get. For real.
He's going to get a touchdown.
Yeah, he's going to get him 15 catches, but he'll probably have 80 yards.
He's going to get a touchdown. Travis Kelsey, trust me, he's going to score.
I hear you.
Andy Reid is going to make sure that happens.
So, Rob, what do you have? What do you got?
I got Brown and Smith, the receivers for Philly, on the yardage.
There you go.
I got the over on both of them, and I got the over on Kelsey.
Over how many yards?
Devontae Smith, 64. A.J. Brown, 72.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And I took Hurts.
72? He's got to get 72 yards.
Yeah, 73, 72 and a half. Got to get 72.
Hey, that's kind of tough.
Yeah.
That's why we went at 59.
You know what I mean?
I got Mahomes.
Devontae Smith.
Say what, Josh?
I like Devontae Smith's over. I'm a little iffy on A.J. Brown, but I like Devontae Smith.
Go ahead, Rob.
I got Hurts, the under.
Okay.
238.
Hurts on the under 238.
Yeah. And I got Mahomes the over 292, 293, 292 and a half. 293.
I like that.
Yeah.
So Mahomes 238 as the under that.
Yeah.
For total yards.
Hurts.
I
Right.
like
I think
that.
Philly gonna run. I think they're gonna run.
Oh God, yes. Especially with that shoulder injury that nobody's talking
and
about.
I got Mahomes on the over 292.
And then in Mahomes with the over 292.
Yeah.
He don't even do 238 when they do pass a lot.
Right. I don't think he's gonna get that, bro.
You don't think Mahomes gonna get 292?
292
Yeah.
against this stout ass defense?
Yeah. He could because think about it.
If they down, he gonna get it in garbage time.
Philly's gonna make them. That's another one I got. I got Pacheco less than 64 yards rushing.
How much did you put? How much did that bet? How much did you put down on it? And what's the potential payout?
These are different tickets.
These are all different tickets?
I got a $10 bet with a $3,500 payout.
God, Rob, y'all, is the king of a bunch of small ass prop bets.
They ain't been hitting. Ain't been hitting. I'm still making them.
I hear you, but I ain't mad at it. Look, $5 can get you $3,500.
Yeah, I put $1 on a punt return.
That's a go ahead. That's a come up. You don't remember? So and yours were different bets, different sheets.
Because I did mine today. I did mine this morning.
You did? Yeah. Oh, well, I did mine yesterday. I was not trying to mess around today.
$30.
Probably different.
Okay. All right. Okay, brothers on the screen. Josh, what do you what you got any player props? You got any sports gambling, any bets today?
Yeah, so outside of some of the things that have just been named, because I did I like what Rob mentioned about Devontae Smith, his receiving yards. He's from what we've seen this regular season and playoffs, big plays are usually his deal. So 2-3 catches, he can get to that 65 yards for you. I like Travis Kelsey not only the anytime touchdown, but I also like him as the first touchdown scorer. FanDuel, I believe you can get plus 650 on that, where a $10 bet gets you $65.
That pay a lot.
Wow.
That first touchdown.
Yeah, that first. I like Kelsey for the first touchdown. I also like him and Dallas Goedert, the tight end for the Eagles, to both score.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn, y'all coming with it today. That's what I'm talking about.
I also got a small little bet on Travis Kelsey to score twice. So
to score twice? Is that now? That's a separate ticket. Is that a separate ticket?
That's a separate ticket.
Okay,
straight
cool.
bet by itself.
Cool.
But it's.
Not
I mean, the
twice.
way I see it, if the Chiefs are going to be successful in this game and going to actually win, they're going to go with what they know.
That's true.
And Travis Kelsey is the man.
Go for what you know.
We gonna ride with that. And then, of course, I mean, anytime you can get plus eyes on a Chiefs money line.
Right.
What about Juju? You make any bets on Juju?
I did not put anything on Juju Smith-Schuster just because I don't know which Juju we getting today.
That's true.
I do like
good call.
Valdez-Scantling, though. Valdez-Scantling, I think, has been over that yardage mark pretty much every playoff game they've had this year against Jacksonville and Cincinnati.
Oh, I got Mahomes rushing less than 29 yards too.
Oh, what? Why?
That's a smart one.
Rushing
That's a
less than
smart
29
one.
You think that's a
yards.
smart one, Josh?
Mahomes rushing
Yeah.
less than 29
I don't
yards.
think-
Less than
Mahomes is-
yep, my bad. He's hurt. High ankle sprain. You right. Good call. All right, Palmer, do you have anything?
No, I wish I had called Josh first, because shit.
Right, Josh got it, boy. Josh got it laid out.
Yeah, man. Josh and Rob, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, yeah. Rob be coming with it. Robbie coming with, and Coach Hill, his picks. I mean, he makes picks for family members. He makes picks for himself. And this is from the man who says, what is it? I don't gamble. He said that to me a couple years ago, but now this motherfucker's a goddamn gambling savant out this bitch. This fucking Coach Hill. Yo, I can't believe it. It is 3 o'clock already. This mug went by dumb fast. I want to keep going. Before we get out of here, okay, so Palmer, you got Philly. Josh, you got KC. Rob, you have Philly, and you have
he got no dog in this fight.
The winner.
Both
He
losing.
got no dog in this fight.
He has the winner. Okay. Coach Hill's got
The winner. The winner, as long as it's not Philadelphia.
Yo,
That's how we doing this.
Palmer, I cannot wait to have you back so we can do like a full-on NBA episode. I want to do that here recently before it gets too late in the season, because I want to know who you have in the playoffs before we get to the playoffs.
I mean, can we put some respect on Sacramento Kings?
No doubt. Like things gonna start lightening up for the network probably like around March.
Right.
Like we're covering SLU, we got MLS. Covering the Blues. We got this event coming up this Saturday down at Cafe Piazza. We got the Battlehawks tailgate event. Now we're not covering the Battlehawks. However, we got some other things we got in the barrel, man. Just make sure you stay plugged in. And like I said, I'm gonna check in with you, man. March 2nd, that second Sunday, we're gonna get it in, man. Talk some more NBA, man. Because listen, that's really my bread and butter. I love talking hoops. When you talk about Reggie Lewis, man, I'm like, man,
right.
I'm like, damn, I wish I was in studio with you, man. Because, hey, listen.
Thank you for reaching out on that too. Yeah, right on.
If you think about it, Reggie Lewis and Kevin Durant, exact same shooting. If you look at the way they shoot the rock, 40-35, straight similarity. And that was one of the reasons why I love Kevin Durant backstory. But it's because of Reggie Lewis, real shit.
Did you know Reggie Lewis once blocked Michael Jordan's shot 4 times in one game?
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
He used to give him that work.
Just in case anybody else out there didn't know, Reggie Lewis packed Michael Jordan's shit, blocked it, looked like Akeem Olajuwon 4 times during one game.
Just to let y'all know, give y'all the context of why he even brought that bullshit up.
We talking about Reggie Lewis.
He is a staunch GOAT hater.
No.
He hates the NBA.
No.
And anyway,
I love Michael Jordan, but we were talking about Reggie Lewis.
Do that. So
that's a little known fact that a lot of people don't know about Reggie Lewis.
Yeah, sure, it's a little known bullshit.
Just saying.
So we're just putting that out there. Mr.
Obviously,
Rob,
Jordan was too small for him. Just
wow,
saying.
you're funny, Mr. Rob. What was your thing about Sacramento? Because Sacramento pissed me off.
Sacramento playing tough, man.
Man, they playing
Sacramento
damn good.
Playing tough.
They playing damn good. They do. They do.
Sabonis,
Yep.
Fox, they got a lot of fight in them.
You
man.
mentioned them last week. So
Yes.
I don't even think Sabonis played last night, and they beat Dallas.
He played.
He played. I sure picked Dallas.
They got a
to
real
win that game,
coach.
too.
They got Mike Brown.
Dallas, man.
Mike Brown's a real coach.
Yes, that's why they
But
third in the conference, fourth in the conference.
Now than the coach you thinking of.
You say what?
When he first was getting the coaching job.
Say it again.
This ain't the same Mike Brown that was in Cleveland.
Yeah.
When
They
LeBron
old,
Because
was
they got
there.
pretty
He
much
grown
some
a
of the
lot.
same
He
players that was there
seen a lot
last
of
year.
different teams,
Yeah.
man.
Sabonis had 22 and 14.
Last night.
He did, man.
And here's the thing, right? I did a little parlay because, like I said, I went to the boat last night because I didn't want to mess with it today because I got the show and I wanted to get some sleep and come down here and do this amazing podcast with you brothers and then go figure out where I'm going to go for this Super Bowl party. I don't even know which place I'm going to. I have options. Thank you, Lord. But when I went there last night, when I went to Argosy last night, because I live in North County, it's closer to me than Casino Queen, even though DraftKings have hooked the Queen up. Have you? No, he knows. Coach knows all about it. I go there, and what is it? I made my Super Bowl picks. And let me drop mine real quick. I have Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. What is it? Eagles to be up, I think 14 points at halftime. It's 13.5, so of course they got to have 14. What is it? Philly to win, money line. A.J. Brown, anytime touchdown. And I want to say there was one more. A.J.
That's taking a big shot.
Oh,
man.
and over 51 points.
To be up at 14 at halftime?
Yeah, I'm thinking they will. I'm hoping that they will be. But I picked NBA last night, and all my teams came through except for Fakers. Fakers won, which was shocking because Golden State, like I said earlier in the show, cannot put the fucking ball in the basket. And Sacramento beat Dallas. And I should have known. I should have did a little more research before I looked at it. The game is in Sacramento. Sacramento probably wanted to prove a point. You think you're good now because you got Kyrie. We gonna show y'all something, and they did. So that's how they
just lost to him. That's why.
Yeah, and they had just lost to him the night before.
De'Aaron Fox also, man, 36.
Yeah, I mean,
points.
they do have
No,
De'Aaron
I think
Fox.
Dallas beat them. No, they beat Dallas the night before.
No, Dallas beat them.
You sure?
I got league pass.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it as well.
I watch it.
Okay.
Dallas won. I want to say it was like 1-19.
Dallas won
like
Friday night.
Yeah.
Or was it
Okay.
Thursday night?
I think it was
Thursday or Friday, Dallas beat them.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Fox was tough last night.
Fox is
36,
always
5
tough.
and 4. I'm saying against
Yeah.
Luka.
He took a terrible
against
shot.
Luka.
Yeah.
He took a terrible
Irving.
shot to win the game in the end of regulation.
Shit, I think what was horrible was that Houston-Sacramento game earlier this week. If y'all saw that was like Thursday night. Houston had the game won right before they traded Eric Gordon. They had the Wednesday night. They had the game won, and then, of course, Sacramento, because like a lot of dumbass NBA teams, you take a 3, you're down 1 point. All you needed was a jump shot. All you needed was a 2. You take a 3. Eric Gordon, for some odd reason, because this dude's a vet, fouls them, which is crazy. Fouls him, sends him to the line. He hits all 3 free throws. Game, and Houston had the game won.
Houston
Had it
blew up a 8-pick parlay a couple months ago by beating the Bucks, and the Bucks were 17-0 going into the fourth quarter with a lead.
Wow, in Houston.
In Houston,
Wow, I'm sorry for your
Giannis
parlay.
played out of all these games. This is why I hate about betting.
Right.
Giannis had 13 points and 14 rebounds
Oh,
against the Rockets.
Wow.
1 point.
Total game, 13
1 point in the fourth quarter.
Jesus.
wow.
I'm at home just pulling my.
Yo, real talk. These NBA
I'd have been
players.
sick.
These
I'd have
NBA.
been sick.
He was
I
sick
still
as hell.
am.
He's obviously still sick about it. These NBA players do not take the regular season serious anymore. They do not. The only time they take the regular season serious is when it's ESPN or TNT. It's a nationally televised game. Other than that, they don't trip. Go ahead, Rob.
Or Christmas.
But I don't even think
Or
they
Christmas.
take those games serious. So
You said what?
I don't even think they take those games serious. So
Oh,
I
they
don't
take
know.
these
I mean, you
games
got guys
serious.
taking those games off too.
I think they take the nationally televised game serious. The other games, I don't think they give a shit.
They take the game serious.
For real.
Man. It's just, they got outplayed. They got beat.
I hear you. Closing. It is time to smoke cannabis. I want to smoke some before I go watch these games. I got to do some show stuff. Mr. Rob, do you have anything before we burn out?
For all the NBA trades, I still like watching Denver. I still like watching Sacramento. And I like the Pelicans too, man. I think the Pelicans, I know Zion is a question mark.
Does he ever play?
Not as much as he should.
Got that right.
But I still like him when they're ready. And I
Okay.
think they're going to be a tough out for some.
Denver gets on my nerves. I don't like.
news.
I don't like watching that fat
Strained the
bag of bread.
hamstring.
Yeah, he did re-injure that hamstring.
Strained his hamstring
Again.
today.
Wow.
It came out today. He strained his hamstring. He's
Jesus.
done-
How we strained it sitting on the bench? Like what the shit?
strained it in during rehab.
Wow.
Any closing thoughts,
flavor.
Coach Hill?
If you ain't rolling with the Celtics, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Talk about it. Facts.
I don't. It doesn't matter who come out the West.
Super facts.
Point blank.
And explain to me your motif that you got going. You got a Toronto Blue Jays shirt with a D. Is that like the fucking the farm team for the Blue Jays?
Dunedin Blue Jays.
Who?
The Dunedin Blue Jays.
What eating Blue Jays?
Dunedin, Florida.
That's their farm team.
Yeah.
I know you was happy as hell when you found that. Just to give you guys some context of why I'm even asking. My man. Oh, and it says Hill on the back.
Aaron Hill used to play for the Blue Jays.
Who did?
Aaron Hill.
Aaron Hill? I have no idea who that brother is. This man, y'all, just letting y'all know, Coach Hill has a thing where Palmer, let it out. I feel you, bro. It's hilarious. He only wears gear that has his name on it, that has his initials or some way, shape, or form, his name on it, some way, shape, or form. I don't know why it's like that, but that's Coach Hill, and he's been doing that as long as I've known
I'm not
him.
in the
Much respect.
I'm not in the polo and stuff.
Much
like that, so
respect.
I look at it
Yeah,
like,
I can respect
how
that.
can you be out
I
of
can
style if you
respect
got your
I think it's the dumbest shit in the world, but all right, if that's what you want to do.
Man, I get that.
I love Ralph Lauren. I'm gonna rock Ralph Lauren. All right, any clothing? That's the one designer that ain't never been on no racist shit. White dude wise. All right, so what are we?
And they partner with the HBCU.
You said what?
They partner with the HBCU, Pastor. So I got to give them some shout
Another
out for
reason.
that. Yeah.
Thank you. Another reason why I love Ralph Lauren. All right, closing thoughts, Josh. That's football. What's good?
Look, man, NBA wise, just between the Celtics and Bucks, whoever come out the East, just count them for the championship, man. I don't see a team in the West after going through that bloodbath that's going to be the Western Conference playoff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a Western Conference team having enough. And that, of course, I hate saying that knowing my Laker fandom, but I gotta call a spade a spade. I gotta call it real when it's real, man. The Celtics and Bucks, whenever we settle that dust, whichever team comes out of that, that's probably your NBA champion. So get them bets in while the odds are in your favor now.
The Lakers got a nice little squad now.
Yeah, and they also
We got a nice little squad now.
we got. There it is.
No,
That's it.
I said they got a nice little squad.
You are not a Celtic fan. You are a Faker fan that has always been you. Hey, this dude. Look, you already won your championship, Josh. You got the all-time scoring record. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only championship y'all gonna sniff this season. So be happy with that, motherfucker.
I know. The way they redid their team, they got a lot of talent, and they got a lot of defensive talent.
Shut
now.
your LA Faker ass. All right, go ahead.
Better, man.
Palmer, go ahead.
They got some good pieces over there.
They all right. Palmer, what you got? Mo Bamba,
listen, the Lakers, I don't know. I mean, they really don't have a lot coming to them. Think about D'Angelo Russell is on an expiring contract. Right. It didn't work the first time. It probably won't work this time around.
Talk about it.
But, I mean, listen, I'm just keeping it a buck. I mean, he's been passing around like a blood in the cipher.
So it's Schrader.
Say what's what?
So it's Schrader. Like Schrader's
Schroeder?
back too.
Yeah,
man.
Schroeder.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Passed around.
And they kept him. He still can't shoot.
Yeah, same thing like Dennis. But listen, more so, listen, I can't wait to come back in the studio in a couple of weeks, man, break some more stuff down.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what, one guy that you guys, nobody talked a lot about, and I talked to Josh, me and Josh, we talk hoops, Nas Reed, man. I think the Timberwolves tried to move him. A lot of teams really wasn't taking no flyers on Nas Reed, but I'm telling you what, you will want this guy on your team.
I like him.
Nas Reed,
yeah.
You want him on your team.
Yeah, he stays on the glass.
He's good. He kind of reminds me of Noah Vonderlay. I wish we would have kept him. I kind of like Noah, but Boston sent him away. Yo, brothers, this is what it is. It was amazing, like usual. Thank you all for thank you, Mr. Rob. Thank you for Palmer Alexander, host of In the Zone podcast, Battlehawks and Blues analysis here in St. Louis. What is it? Thank you, Josh Price, that's football host, for coming on the show. And what are you getting upset about over there?
Tatum, 16 points.
How many?
16.
Only 16?
Yeah, man.
What's the
4
score?
minutes left. 104-94.
That's the
Who
only
winning?
thing that
Who winning?
Boston won.
Nice.
Your
Okay.
center, the new center, got 10 and 5.
That Muscala dude?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Jason just scored 12 the other night, and we still won. Holding Philly under 99.
He needs to score more because I got him as an MVP, and he needs the points. So he needs to score more. Major shout out to Mr. Rob for coming through, and an extra special shout out, surprise guest, Coach Hill came through. That was very unexpected. I knew he'd be back sometime, but ain't no telling with this dude. So I'm glad y'all came through. Thank you everybody for who watched on Facebook today. Thank you anybody who was involved. Thank you all of y'all for paying attention. Yo, it is time to smoke. It is time to watch this Super Bowl. Yo, keep smoking, keep hooping. Yo, green is all the way legal now. So, do your thing. Puff it and be happy. Yo, my name is Oda Great. I'm out of here. Keep hooping, keep smoking. We out. Peace.